Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Hey, I'm at CMON Expo, so check this out. I'm here with Michael Shinall, Shinall, and he...
I only do one take.
We only do one take as well. We are one-trick ponies, one-take ponies rather. But anyway, we are here, and he's going to walk us through a round of A Song of Ice and Fire, which is completely done now. These are not the resin models that we were playing around with last year.
It was a quick year.
Yes, it was very quick. So just explain a little bit about some of those iterations that this game went through. I know you did a lot of traveling around, working with people to get this done and ready. So just give us a brief overcap, I guess you could say,
Sure.
of how it got here from last year.
So last year, even when you played the game, the rules were pretty much finalized. We went through a couple of, and I'm speaking core rules in that regard. We did a couple little minor tweaks to some little baseline stuff, but mainly at that point, what it was just going through the unit hard math and the final tweaks to units in that case.
Okay.
A good example to start with there is the Stark Outriders. Previously, way back a year ago when you played them, they had 2 wounds each. They were classified as light cavalry, which had its own sort of special rules. We streamlined that a bit further. We made it just a generic cavalry rule. So there's no light, heavy cavalry distinction now. Now that's handled via their actual stats and things like that.
Cool.
They got a small bump because frankly they were just underperforming, and now they're actually up to quite a scary level. They had points adjustments happened across the board as we're running into the final math of things.
Okay.
Some abilities were tweaked. Basically just the minor little nitpick math and things like that changed.
But generally, the core rules have remained untouched. You guys were happy with that last year.
Yeah. There were, again, some very little minor things with some specific interactions, but nothing really worth getting into to the fact that I barely remember them. I just know that they changed.
They changed. All right, cool. So basically, everything we're going to be seeing here is a number of different things, but most everything is going to be exactly what you're going to be getting in a box. Is that correct?
So what we have here is a production copy of the box. This is everything final. Everything you're seeing here, numbers, units, quantities, everything like that is all set.
Okay. And the mats that we're using are Kickstarter exclusives?
Yes, these were a Kickstarter and organized play exclusive. This one here is actually the Battle of Whispering Woods playmat that we have.
Okay, cool. And these are going to be, the little cards are going to be rounded edges, but that's the only difference.
Yeah, that was the one thing that happened with our production copy we got in. Is like the edges of some of the cards weren't rounded, but the quality and everything is the same. Tokens, all these miniatures are final.
Okay, cool.
I guess one of the component things that we can go over just neat from last time you guys saw is that aside from the models, these being final production plastic, which noting, we talked about this before, but the baseline bodies are PVC and the actual, any of the thin bits you see here, these are hard plastic. It's completely separate material, so you're not going to get any bendy swords. These are,
That's
fully...
cool.
Anything that basically is a delicate piece is hard plastic.
Cool.
The bases here, as you can see, are textured. We were actually talking about this earlier. The trays come with a pre-texture on there, so even if you just want to paint them, they're fine to do that with, even if you're someone who doesn't want to like flock and do all that.
Yeah, that's cool. And you were showing me earlier that they have these little meat hookers on the side here where you can just easier to pick up.
Just a little grip point. It's a little things like that as we entered into final production, just to give it that little edge that 90% of the people are not going to even realize is there, but you would miss if it's gone.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, you're not even you wouldn't notice it, but it's that kind of attention to detail that before the fact. That's really cool that you guys did that, because it just makes it a little bit easier to move around. All right. So basically, what we're going to do here is we're going to kind of just play through a single round just to give you guys a refresher course on how the game is going to play out. And Michael's been badgering me. He thinks he's going to just, whoop me up one side and down the other.
There may have been a little bit of, remembering the past where you may have had some beginner's luck at a previous time. And
that's exactly what it was. It's just all beginner's luck. But I guess now is where we actually will find out if it truly was beginner's luck.
Game 3, 4, 5, it's still beginner's luck, okay? It's not...
All right, so let's get down to the table and play through a round of this.
All right, so we have actually started our little game in progress here. We're at the beginning of round 2, and to just catch you guys up, we are playing a Game of Thrones, which is an area control. We are trying to control these 5 different objectives across the map. We'll get victory points at the end of each round for controlling those. First one here to 6 points is going to win, as we were playing a 20-point game, relatively small size, just using some of the starter box components. Whereas a standard small size game would be 30 points. In the starter box, you're actually going to get around 34 to 36 points per side, so enough customization. But we want to keep it small and just get to some action here.
Cool.
We've already set up everything for the rounds here. Tom is... sorry.
Wow.
Ooh, why do you guys look so similar?
Shots fired.
Ouch, salt the
Shots
wound.
fired.
Sam here is getting first activation. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. I'm curious to see what you're going to do.
Okay. So, we're just going to, we're not going to mess around here. We're just going to go ahead and move on up. So we're going to have Lannister squad here. Move, I wonder if I can do, I want to see if I can make a charge. Move speed is 4 plus a d6, right?
Yep. And also just noting for everyone at home, you can pre-measure anything at any time.
Yep.
So we can absolutely see, like, well, what's the odds here of getting a charge in?
So 4 would be there. That's about halfway. I'd have to get a 4 or higher.
Yep, 8 inches away.
Can't pivot though, so that won't work.
Oh, you can. So the charge allows, as long as you're starting within line of sight, you get a pivot just before the charge action.
Okay. I'm going to do that then.
So they're declaring a charge against my Outriders.
I am.
I'm going to go and play one of Rob Stark's tactics cards.
Okay.
Superior Positioning. When an
Good.
enemy unit charges, that enemy must roll an additional charge distance die and select the lowest result.
You're a jerk.
Well, Rob is all about positioning across the battlefield, so you know, take advantage of what you're good at.
All right, so we're going to pivot like so.
Yep.
And then we will...
And we saw that you were 7 away, so you need a 3. Hopefully going to cause that to
gotcha. So
get the lowest
I
one.
need 2 of those dice.
Oh, sorry about that.
No worries. I got to roll these 2 and choose the lowest one thanks to that card. And it's 2.
It did save me.
Did save you. So I do move 5 though.
Well, 6.
I'm sorry, 6. That's correct because it's 4 plus the 2. So up to 6. And that's that. Now,
so that would be right there. Just a little, they pivoted this a little bit there. So right there.
Yep.
And because you did fail a charge, that is going to be a panic test for this unit.
okie dokie. So what do I have to do for a panic test?
They'll be rolling 2 dice, and they need to get their morale stat. For every point they fail by, they'll take a wound. Okay. So the guards have a very average morale stat of 7.
Yep. All right. So there we go. It's a 3.
So they failed by 3. So 3 of them are booking it out of theirs. They did not like
4 since they have a 7.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. So that's 4 of them are just going to book it out of there.
Bye. See you later, guys. Why did you have us charge into a bunch of horses?
Through some woods, by the way, as well.
Yeah.
Which I'm sorry, we talked about this beforehand, but we didn't mention here. The woods were causing a -1 to your movement there as well. We had mentioned that before on there. Sorry about that, guys.
No worries. No worries. All right, so that is my activation. Now you activate something, correct?
Yes, that is their activation there, so it's going to go to me. Now, I have some neat targets here because the Outriders could activate and try to go after this unit of Guardsmen, but they've already gone, so they're not really a hard target for me. But meanwhile, we do have these Mountainsmen over here that are a little scary.
Pretty tough.
We have these halberdiers. See, this I didn't really like this fortification you kind of set up here because I could charge into these halberdiers, going through this spike wall and taking damage into a big halberdier wall and get attacked.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
I really don't like that idea. So
I'm just saying.
Instead, what I'm going to do is my berserkers here, oh, they're just so tempting and open. But again, they are a tempting target, but they've already activated. They're not a threat for me this round. What I'm instead going to do is Caitlin, my non-combat character.
Okay.
She is going to activate, and she is going to claim the maneuver zone of the board.
Okay.
And this effect here says that a friendly unit may make a free maneuver or retreat action. But I'm going to take advantage of, again, my Stark swiftness here and play sudden charge.
Okay.
When I claim any zone on the tactics board, I can replace its effect with instead the unit may make a free charge action.
Okay.
And if I control the maneuver zone, which I did just claim, any enemy I successfully charge becomes vulnerable.
Okay.
So my berserkers here are going to be declaring a charge on your mountainsmen, noting that I am going through this bog right here, which is unfortunately means I've got to roll 2 and take the lowest. Hopefully, I'm going to have this effect go off. So
it's the dead marshes.
The dead marshes. I mean, I do only have to roll a 2, so I'm hopefully not going to mess this up.
I mean, there's always the 1.
In addition to this, Caitlin, because she activated, she can use her influence effect on a unit, family, duty, and honor, which says that when they attack, they always use their highest value attack die.
Cool.
Which the Berserkers for them, so they're getting riled up. It's a 10. So guys, I really need you not to roll a 1 here. I'd appreciate it.
All right.
Really appreciate it.
You got it.
Because otherwise, you're going to be standing there in front of a bunch of mountainsmen, and it's not going to be good. A 3 and a 4. Good. We're fine.
Okay.
So we are going to come careening into you. Now, at this point, I could align to 100%. I'm actually just going to line up into 50% to you.
Okay.
Because I want to leave some areas open in case I want to get another unit in combat with you. And I'll be landing on top of that objective.
Yep.
All right, so we have successfully charged. That's going to trigger the effect to make you vulnerable.
Okay.
So we're going to put a vulnerable token on you. And we're going to get to make an attack now at our full value of 10 dice. Actually, the highest number of dice that anything in this set is going to roll. So we have 10 dice here. The Berserkers hit on 3s, my most powerful combat unit.
All right, I'm going to play a...
No, don't.
I'm going to play Deadly Riposte. Is that how you...
Riposte.
Riposte, there you go. When an enemy unit makes a melee attack, before attack dice are rolled, for each miss, the enemy suffers 1 automatic hit.
That's gross. But
Yeah, well.
again, I should have known that because we're playing Jaime Lannister. His whole thing is about, oh, you're trying to attack me?
Yeah.
You're trying to hurt me?
Yeah, I know, right?
All right.
Yeah, I wish it was his unit because then you would suffer +2 additional automatic hits.
Ugh.
So, there
All
you
right.
go.
So we're hitting on 3s with the reroll because of the charge. So hopefully we're not going to get too many misses.
Well, there's always that. Oh, there's one.
Well, there's also the trick of roll high and do well. So 2 dice, 2 rerolls. That's
and there
going
you
to be
go.
a full gambit of 10 hits right here.
Ouch.
Hopefully this is going to put some hurt on you.
That's all but 2 of my dudes, man.
Well, assuming they're dead, but they're going to get their defense saves.
That's true.
I mean, you can assume they're going to die. I am.
I am assuming this. Okay.
So your mountainsmen...
all these guys have to be rolled. And
Yes.
I just made a nasty
calm down.
here.
Calm down.
I
here,
know.
Sam.
I know. You're rattling me, dude.
Triggered.
All right. So all right. So my defense roll is 4+, right?
Yeah, it's a -1 because they have the sundering ability. They're cleaving right through that armor.
Okay.
So it's going to be 5+.
5 or higher then. And look at that.
Ow.
1, 2, 3 save.
That's me 7 guys gone.
Yeah.
I could expend that vulnerable token to make you reroll those 3 successes, but frankly, I just don't think 3 is really worth it.
So are you being nice to me? Is that what you're doing?
I'm being calculated. If you wish to view that as nice, then...
All right, so I've got 6, 7. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
All right, so these guys are done.
And the thing is, I would hope that my most powerful combat unit, backed up by a very powerful NCU, backed up by a tactics card, would do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Now we need to make a panic check on that unit, and I'm
Okay.
really hoping that your guys decide they don't like being there anymore.
Yeah, I imagine they probably will, but we have a morale of 7+. So here we go. No, they're
Like, you know what,
they're feeling rather well.
Yeah, we
actually.
hated those guys. It's more pay for us.
All right, so that is your
That was actually,
first unit.
That was actually Caitlin causing all of that.
Yeah.
So the Berserkers have not actually taken their activation yet.
Okay, isn't that special? Now, can I just go ahead and go 100%?
Yeah, so you can guys, part of my attack action, I'm going to shift over to 100.
I'll just shift over, and then we're rolling dice. We are down to our middle rank, so I'm rolling 6 dice. Is that right?
Yep. And because of the hold the line order on your assault veteran, you're going to get some bonuses.
Extra 2.
Yep, and +1 to hit.
Let's see. The unit's melee attacks gain +1 to hit and roll 2 extra dice. So I'm going to be rolling 8 dice like I was at full strength. So 2, 4, 6, 8. And they all have +1 to hit.
So you're actually hitting on 2s. And because they've got critical blow,
yes,
any 6s are going to count as 2 hits.
2 hits, that's right.
We have one of your most powerful combat units
And you're going to
versus
have
mine.
-2 to their panic test.
Oh, how Lannister of you.
Because we are vicious. All right, so that's 2. That's a really bad roll. Wow. Horrible roll.
Oh,
Look
you got
at
2
that.
over there. 2s hit.
Huh? Oh,
2s
that's
hit.
right.
Yep.
All right, so 2s do hit. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Now my Berserkers do not have a good defense. So.
Oh, wait. I had +1 to my roll, didn't I?
Well, that was why you're hitting on 2s.
Okay, got it. And so now you are getting a nothing, but if you have to make a panic test, then you're -2.
Yep. All right, boom. I passed all of one of those saves here, so 5.
Okay.
Now, luckily, my Berserkers are fairly good at not panicking.
Yep.
They pass on a 4+. It is a -2, though, because you're vicious, so
6.
6s.
Yep.
Oh, 5, so I lose another one. Ouch.
All right.
All right, a little bit of running.
My
That's
man. Okay, so that was my second unit, so now it's to yours.
I'm going to have these Outriders activate. Now, because they have the cavalry rule, they get a free maneuver at the start of their activation. So they're actually going to pivot. They're going to move their speed of 6.
They're going to run away?
Oh, yeah.
They're running right off the board?
They're definitely going to run away. And then they're going to pivot again. Hey, guys. We're going to measure to see, look at that, I am suddenly in your flank.
Aww.
And we're going to declare a charge.
Isn't that special?
Yeah, super special. And they are activating off this, so I'll put a token on them. I need to roll here, and anything but a 1. A 1 would be a disorderly charge. I'm still going to make contact, but more Lannister tricks.
More Lannister tricks. When an enemy combat unit activates, which I believe is right now.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, I jumped the gun.
No, that's fine. You become weakened. If they are within short range of Jaime Lannister's unit, which I believe they are,
They were.
they also become panicked. So they are weakened and
The
panicked.
Kingslayer's renown.
Yes, yes, yes.
So this means that you can make me re-roll any of my attack dice and also re-roll any of my panic dice should I get panicked.
I like that.
Come on, guys, it's the Kingslayer. He tried charging at you and didn't succeed, and you're still scared. All right, I'm going to try charging at you here.
All right, go for it.
Yep. Okay, so I rolled a 1. That's a disorderly charge. As we talked about, I'm still going to make contact, but this is going to force it so I don't get my charge re-rolls, which is actually going to be a bit of a problem because I'm weakened.
Oh, boy.
Okay, that's fine. We deal with setbacks. So I'm throwing 8 dice at a 4+.
All right.
I could just get 2 of those. All right. So I got 4 hits.
Oh.
Usually I would get rerolls, but I don't because I disorderly charged.
Right.
And I'm weakened, so if you want, you could force me to reroll these successes.
So that they could possibly become not successes.
That's right.
Why would I not do that?
Maybe you have a cunning plan.
No. Go ahead.
All right, token is expended.
We just tripped over ourselves. So we have no cunning plans.
Okay, so rerolling my successes here. That is going to be everything is a miss.
Oh. So anyway, you've missed everything.
That was quite unfortunate, Outriders.
You've missed everything. I thought they were supposed to be good guys. I mean, they were good, a good unit.
They are.
They are? So
Unfortunately.
what does that mean about the person controlling the unit then?
It means they need to try harder because they're letting me down.
Okay. All right, so that was your...
Well, unfortunately, it's a little worse for me there, just in sake of fairness.
okay, go for it.
So because I didn't score any wounds against you in the attack, you automatically pass your panic test that would be resulting from it.
Correct.
Which usually is not a big deal, except for the Lannister Guardsmen have the Lannister Supremacy ability, which is...
If the unit is attacked and passes its panic test, which it does because it didn't have to make it, the attacker must make a panic test at -2 their roll.
So my guys charged into you with their thundering horses and everything.
And we just stood there and said, what?
Exactly. And then my guys went like, uh-oh, these guys are really scary. Noting that, again, this is tying into the Lannister playstyle because your guys are kind of garbage at melee, but they're going to cause a lot of damage through panic effects.
Yeah.
That's how they win the game.
Okay.
Hopefully not too nasty right here, though. So my morale is a 6.
Okay.
I need basically anything below an 8, I'm suffering damage for.
Okay.
Because of your -2 that you're giving me.
Hey, very good.
So I rolled an
Hey.
8. Luckily, we're
All
fine.
right.
Except, you made me panic because of Jaime.
Yeah, so
you
I'm going to make you re-roll that, yeah?
Now, you can force me to reroll any of these dice you want. The 5, the 3, or both. Your call.
I'll make you re-roll both.
All right.
I think you can get lower.
A 7.
See?
So I did fail by 1.
Yeah.
So luckily the Outriders have 3 wounds each. And that means that one of them is going to take a wound.
All right.
Come on, guys. I was talking you up so much.
All right, so that is the end of that one. So now we go to my, looks like my final one. I could use Circe, though. Could I not?
Absolutely.
So when this unit claims a tactic zone, attach this card to the combat unit until the end of the round. While influencing unit, that unit suffers -2 to morale test rolls. That doesn't sound very nice, but let's see. We're going to do... yeah, I think I like that one. We're going to go with a friendly unit may make a free attack action. And I'm going to attach this to her to a combat unit until the end of the round. So I can attach that to one of your units.
Absolutely. Which her effect is strictly a negative, so.
Yeah, so we'll attach it to that guy.
Cersei's threatening my berserkers?
Yes, she is. And now, a friendly unit can make an attack action. Can it be one that's already been activated?
Absolutely, because
Okay.
this is not their normal activation.
Correct.
I mean, you could not activate those guys.
No. I think we will.
Oh.
I think we will.
Okay.
So that's going to be, let's see. We began the turn engaged, so we get our hold the line as well.
Now, unfortunately,
That's already been used,
yep,
though,
so
right?
it's once per round.
So can't use that again. But we still do get the critical blow and vicious things as well. So we're rolling 6 dice, and we're trying to get 3s or higher.
Ouch.
That's a better roll than the other one. All right, so we've got 5 hits there.
All right, I pass on a 5+. Let's hope for the best. Mm-hmm. By hope for the best, I mean berserkers. You better stay. You better stay. Unfortunately, the defense is pretty bad, so let's roll. Okay, we only failed that one by 3.
Okay.
Ah!
So 1, 2, and 3, and which
now
forces another panic roll, which is -2.
Cersei is giving them a negative. Now, luckily, they do have a 4.
Actually, Cersei's giving them a 2, and these guys are giving them a -2.
Oh.
So they're -4 right now.
That's
sir.
no good. So that is a harsh negative, but something to bring up here is their morale save is a 4+. So your negatives can never reduce my die rolls below 0.
Okay.
So basically, anytime they take any type of panic test or any effect, the worst they could ever lose is by 4.
Okay.
Because again, I can roll 0,
Sounds
morale's
good.
a 4.
Well, I
but
only need them to lose by 3.
exactly. So, so you are giving me a -4. So
Yes,
if
I
I
am.
roll badly here, something bad.
could be
the,
bad,
The
yes.
unit could just get wiped out. That's not good. But I need you guys to hold because to stay.
Oh, that's not good.
That's a 4.
That's a 0.
It's a 0.
Yes,
That's worst case scenario that I just talked about.
Yeah, it is.
Berserkers? I said don't run away.
All right, so
And that's going to be a victory point for you as well.
yes.
In addition to that, when you destroy an enemy unit, that unit does get to make a free maneuver action. Mm-hmm. Oop, Caitlin, you're right over here.
So I think Jamie needs some help over here with the Horthieth. So we're going to make a free maneuver, and
I guess Cersei did her part, so she can
Yes,
just go
she
back
did.
over here.
So we're going to pivot. Now, how far is the pivot? Is it
Pivot
1/4?
is up to 360 around your center.
Oh, okay, 360 around center. So we're going to go like so. And then we're going to make our full movement speed, which is a 4.
5 on the mountains in there. Sorry, you're looking at the
I'm
guardsman.
sorry, I looked at the wrong one, yeah. So we come here and we go 5. And do we have to make another pivot?
You don't have to. You can
Nah,
if you wish.
I don't think I want to.
Okay.
So that'll be that.
See, and just like that, the situation has changed.
It has.
Okay.
Your turn, sir.
I've got Grey Wind, and I have my unit of Stark Sworn. Oh, excuse me. I've got my unit of Stark Sworn Swords over here to activate. And unfortunately, this side of the battlefield is almost collapsed.
I like that. I mean, that's cool. I mean, you do have the wolf left, so that means something, right?
I do have Grey Wind, who could by himself valiantly charge into something and then probably get sacked.
And then die, yeah.
Operation Distraction. So noting as well that the first player marker, that does shift every round, so we know that you. I'm going to be beginning
Going
the next
first,
round.
next round, yeah.
And you have not activated this unit over here.
I have not.
So we do have that fact saving me, and these two have already gone. So I could actually run over here and set things up a little bit, which I'm going to do.
Okay.
So Grey Wind is going to activate. He has the rule where he gets a free maneuver because he is very fast. He is a direwolf. 6-inch move, pivot, and he is going to declare a charge going into this flank over here of the guardsman unit.
Okay.
So checking distance, we see that you are under just around 7 inches away.
Yep.
So I'm going to pass on anything, but a 1 is going to cause a disorderly charge. 2, he is fine.
I saw that one
Bark,
flash
bark.
its face on you. All right.
And I'm sorry, I actually did need to roll a 2 because we have that forest there.
Okay.
Now, Grey Wind does not do a lot of damage on his own, but he does have the effect where if he attacks anyone in the flank or rear, he makes them vulnerable.
Okay.
Now, he usually doesn't like to make effect of that, but it's good for setting up other units,
Yeah.
and especially those guardsmen, because they've got the heaviest armor in the game.
Gotcha.
So 2 dice, I'm hitting on 2+. 2 hits. No special effects, aside from the fact I am hitting you in the flank, which is going to cause a -1 to your defense saves. So
Okay.
your usual 3+ is going to move to a 4+.
4+. I'm good, yo.
Okay. And actually, Sam, noting at this point, you can trigger your counterattack.
Counterattack.
Yep.
All right, so each blocked hit, the attacker suffers a wound. So
I like to visualize here that Jamie is just stepping up here to try to take on Grey Wind.
that's true.
All right.
Kind of epic.
2 saves here. 3+. I failed 1, so he got a good stab in.
Okay.
That's no good.
Cool.
One thing I do want to point out is that a Jamie-led unit of guardsmen is probably the most devastating unit to actually try to take down in the game right now, because Jamie's natural combat capabilities with the guardsman's ability, it's just a really strong unit.
Yeah.
I'm devoting a lot of resources to it. Okay. Sorry. It's back to you, and you have your
right.
halberdiers left to activate.
All right, so let's see here. Is there a way, I wonder, to get around that spear wall? If we did a maneuver, and we can't leave the board edge though, can we?
Right.
You know what? Stupid spear wall. We're just gonna run over it.
You gonna charge?
Yeah, we're gonna charge.
Okay.
I like charges.
I'm going to activate Rob Stark's Wolf's Cunning ability.
Okay.
Where an enemy unit declares within long range declares a charge, you suffer a disorderly charge. So you're not going to be able to play tactics cards, and you're not going to be able to get your rerolls.
Okay. All right. So I'm 7 inches away, so I need to roll a 2.
2 or better.
A 2 or better. So can I hand me the die over there? All right.
Yeah, we accidentally stole his set of dice before the game began.
There you go. 2.
Okay.
So we're good. So we just come straight over, and we're just going to go full on. So I do take a D3 amount of wounds, though.
And then actually we'll destroy the spike wall.
Yeah. So D3.
D3. We actually have a D3
Oh, you actually have a D3. Look
We
at
do.
that.
Comes right in the box.
All right. So we take 3 wounds. Thanks. That was a 2 on the.
You gotta roll the proper
appreciate
die.
So 1, 2, and 3. All right. But now I get my attack. So they're going to be still rolling 7 dice, and we need 4s or higher.
Yep. And they do have Sundering, so I'm at -1 to my defense saves.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, if this unit is unengaged and charged from the front. Oh, that's if somebody's charging me, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
They do have that cool reactionary stab you effect.
All right, so I'm rolling 4s or higher here. And here we go. Well, there we go.
Jeez.
I think we're keeping that one, and that is 6 hits.
Ouch. All right.
And you are suffering -1 to your defense rolls.
All right, so my 4 turns into a 5. Not the best. And I failed every single one of those. Wow.
Ow.
Ouch. Okay, well that's fine. And then our panic test. Luckily, again, my Starks, without much modifiers, they have a good morale stat. 6+ on them.
Okay.
And that's an 8.
You're
so
good.
we're good.
You're good.
All right, is it me back to me?
Yep.
Okay. I've got my Sworn Swords left to activate, and you know what? Let's just go ahead and have him make an attack action, because, well, we're engaged.
Might as
It's either
well.
that or, retreat. I have my Stark Fury ability, which allows me to, actually, yes, because I'm planning for next round, because I know I'm going first.
Okay.
They're going to activate their Stark Fury ability, which is going to give them +1 to hit and critical blow on their attack, but they suffer D3 wounds after the attack is done.
Okay.
But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, and so are they, because they're loyal Northmen. So hitting on 3s, 6s, or 2 hits.
All right.
Okay, and that's a bunch of 2s, no 6s, and 3 hits.
All right.
All right.
3 hits.
3 defense saves, no modifiers too.
4+. So 1 save, 2 hits. 1, 2. Lost a thing, so I need to make a panic test, and that is 7 or higher. And we're good.
Boom. And I suffered D3 wounds.
All right.
2.
So
She's
you
gonna
have to
take
make
out that
another panic test.
Well, no, so you only
No?
take a panic test from attacks.
From attacks,
Yep,
okay.
not any damage.
Cool, cool. All right, so that would be the end of round 2, yeah?
That's going to be the end of round 2. We would tally victory points for controlling objectives. We actually seem to have all moved off the
Away from the
objectives.
objectives. Who cares about objectives?
Yeah, like there were guys to kill, which I've seen come back to bite so many times where you almost wipe guys out, but they end up winning objectives because you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, exactly. I've had that happen to me on other games before.
All right, so we're going to stop it here. But just looking into my potential actions for round two, going into round three, things that I have to consider. So right now I've got this unit over here that really needs to attack before it's wiped out. One of my plays I was considering is having Catelyn take over the combat zone here, giving them a free attack at their max ranks because that is her influence effect. And because the Starks, they usually get better as they're almost dead, they can actually activate their Stark Fury for free without taking any casualties. So they can make their strongest potential attack against them and probably wipe them out.
Cool.
But in doing so, I would be sacrificing something over here.
Right.
Because those Mountainsmen are still there.
Yeah.
Jaime is still activated over here. Meanwhile, I could also activate, my cavalry over here to try to take them down. Because these guys are in their most vulnerable spot they can be right now. They're weakened. They're vulnerable because of the Grey Wind attack. These guys are in their flank. It's a matter of, what options do I want to do here? But I'm giving something up. I'm going to have to make some kind of sacrifice.
You have to make a choice.
Yep.
Which is true.
That would be coming into play for round 3, but we'll leave that as a to be continued.
Yeah, basically, I'm just going to say there wasn't going to be a round 4. All right, man. Well, thank you, Michael. I appreciate it.
All right.
And we'll let you get back to your day. So that is just a little bit of a tidbit of a taste of A Song of Ice and Fire coming out this year. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you like what you saw. We'll see you guys on the flip side.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.